Greetings and salutations, and welcome to another exciting episode of the PapaPC Play Along. I just wanted to say thank you all for everybody coming out and joining. I know it's been a while since we, had played and taken a look around, but it's I was on vacation and everything else, lots of going on. But I am back, and we are here, and we are ready to play. So what I thought I'd start today with was taking a look around, kind of catching you guys up on some of the stuff I had done between the episodes, and then we were gonna couple little tasks and a couple little chores we're gonna do today. The big one was I wanted to take you guys first down into, if you remember last time we ended off, we found the mine shaft. We were down in our little mining area here and had started taking a look around, and I decided to clear that mine shaft. And I said between the episodes I would go and take a look and see. Oh yeah, I finally did a little bit of terraforming and a little bit of cleaning up on some of the mine shaft, adding a little bit of upside down stairs and things like that, just to kind of give it a little bit of depth and a little bit of texture. But what I did was I came into the mine shaft really with just the intent of trying to clear out a bunch of the stuff that was there. There was a lot of iron, a lot of gold, a lot of just coal, things like that around in that shaft, and trying to make it a little bit safe. And I figured maybe I would see if there's any empty mine carts, pick up some rails, things like that. Well, I did do that, and I started going down the trails, and actually I started here. And it didn't take long for me to get real far. I had gone down that way a little bit, but really what I started doing was I came up here, and there's a shaft on that way I blocked off, but I really started coming this way, and I had actually started digging out this side over here when, lo and behold, what I found was something that I wasn't really expecting. You can see it there. I found a zombie spawner. This is pretty much like one of the best things in the world that a person could possibly find, simply because it allows us to, well, get near unlimited XP. So I took some time and I cleared out all the way around it, and I'm going to turn down that sound a little bit. I'm not sure if it's that loud on there as well, but I'm going to turn down the hostile mobs just a little bit. Maybe I'll even just lower the whole volume a little bit, just so I can actually hear myself. But really, I cleared all the way around, dug a tunnel all the way around where the mob spawner was, and really did a pretty typical. It's really just I cleared it all out. Might be able to see a little bit better. I'll get back up in here again. And really, what I did was just added water across the back, pushing down into a channel that leads down into a drop pit. That was really about the most simple thing you can do, especially early game. It'll let you... I don't want to throw that. These trapdoors here were simply to allow me to kind of cover myself when I was down here, because I had a few things. Every once in a while, something would spawn and come up behind me. But basically, what it let me do was come in here and just... This is where it drops them, and the XP just pours in, as does a few other drops. Well, mostly this time it was just some rotten flesh. But zombies will drop an occasional piece of clothing. They'll drop some other random items, an occasional weapon. You see this one's wearing some boots, so there's always a chance you can get the boots off of them. And really, all I did was sit here and gather XP for a while. And by using the XP, I was able to start going through and adding extra stuff, adding extra enchantments to all my equipment and all my weapons. And I'm actually building my set of diamond armor as well, and adding all my enchantments on that, just using those levels up as I got them. And I was able to get quite a few things from the zombie spawner. I threw them all in a chest, and there you go. A absolute ton of rotten flesh. I'm hoping at some point to get a cleric that I can trade it all with for emeralds. I think that would be incredibly huge. A little bit of iron, a little bit of gold, oddly enough. You get the occasional potato and carrot. And got a few armor drops. The feather was, oddly enough, in the chicken. I got 2 random spawns of zombies with riding chickens. Yep, it happens. It was kind of interesting and kind of cool, killing one of them and also seeing chicken feathers and stuff coming out, but okay, I'll take it. Some golden boots and things like that, and a lot of these I'll probably just break down or just end up tossing out if they're no good. I don't see myself ever using a whole lot of the leather gear at this point. I may throw it on some different armor stands or things like that when I go to decorate. So I did do that. I did take a little bit more look around, some more of the mine shaft. I added a door here just, again, to protect myself from things coming in the backside. There wasn't a whole lot else out there that was interesting. This was pretty much the extent of what I found that was interesting. And you see there, I went through from there's a full level basically right there in just that slaughter. So it goes quick. Let me just drop off this rotten flesh, and hey, look, carrot. But now what I really like to do today is really see about, right now it goes down in there, it does a drop, and I have to swing a couple times and kill them. What I'm thinking about doing is doing the common lift and drop method. Basically, the zombies would funnel through, they'd go to a tunnel, drop in, that would feed them across to a bubble lift using water that would take them up 23 blocks and then drop them back down. What that allows it to do is the drop to have a single hit be enough to kill them. That would be ideal because I wouldn't have to use my sword at all. I wouldn't have to do anything else other than hit them with even an open fist, and it would be enough to kill them and make it so that I could go, and get all that wonderful XP and all the other loot. Although the sword does have looting 2 on it, looting 3 would be even better. But if I could get the looting up on that, I may still want to use it. I'm not sure. It has mending on it, so it does steal a little bit of XP from me, but it does keep my weapon intact and usable. I actually left this open a little bit here because I was seeing quite a few spawns of other creatures come through on the other side, and I was watching and seeing if anything good came over there and shooting it off with the bow. But that was the big thing that I wanted to show you guys in the mine shaft. I did find there's still lots of gold, and there's still mine shafts up there I haven't even been up to yet. So this is a much bigger mine shaft than I thought it was. But the zombie spawner was really kind of the cool thing that I wanted to be able to get to. And the bubble lift that I was talking about, I might be able to even use the same type of thing on the skeleton spawner, because today, really, I'm getting near unlimited arrows and near unlimited bone, although, I don't really need the arrows because I've got the bow, and that has infinity on it. So 1 arrow is really all you need, and with the mod packs that are set up on this one, I am using an infinity bow mod, which allows it so that you don't even need to carry that 1 arrow, because, well, eating up a whole slot for that 1 arrow really kind of is a bit of a waste for us. So I am going to quick shoot back to here. It is night. I want to get to sleep. I don't want to have to deal with the mobs, and especially if they're going to... I got them too close. I'll just go down to the other bed. That's part of why I keep one down here. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the diamond gear that I did as well. So basically, though, that was kind of about where I left off at. I did do a ton of harvesting of the trees. You'll see that from, even iron, and restocked my iron supplies, restocked my coal supplies. Spruce, I'm heavy in spruce. Oak is even crazier. That's all, birch, I've got a few. Oops, don't throw that at my bow. I want my bow. Jungle, not bad. The jungles don't seem to do. Dark oak, I'm struggling. Every time I go out and plant them, it seems like I have to come back in, and sometimes I get enough saplings, sometimes I don't. Flowers and dyes I haven't done a whole lot else with. But in general, everything else is, coming along from that perspective, from those supplies. Nothing too crazy. From a stone supply, I did overfill the cobblestone barrel to the point where it's just starting in a second one, but not too bad. I think I even have more iron there. Everything else is dirt, granite, all those. I should move that cobblestone. But that's good enough for now. And as far as the gear, I started eating through all the books, or simply putting them into the grindstone and taking the XP off of them, and if they were junky books and not wanting them. But basically, diamond helmet, I've got to the point where fire protection, unbreaking, aqua infinity, respiration, that'll definitely help. I would like to get mending on it yet as well. Protection and unbreaking on the leggings. Again, I could do a little bit more with that. I would like to get maybe some more bump up the into the get mending on it. That would help as well. Diamond chest plate, fire protection, unbreaking only. I think there's definitely some more I could do there that I would like to be able to do, and of course mending. And then the diamond boots, feather falling 4. Yes, I was really hoping for that. Protection 4 and unbreaking 3. So I wouldn't call it OP armor in any way, but I would definitely call it good armor. And I'm actually going to take it and put it on, simply because at this point, I think the gear I have has been okay, but if I've got it, I might as well use it. I don't have the mending on it, but if I have to, I can always repair it. I'm going to do is just toss this in here for now. Eventually, what I'm going to probably just do is get a rack and throw it on there, an armor stand, I should say, and put it on there for decoration purposes, just because, you know, you never know. I may need to use it at some point. But I do have some other books here that I could continue to upgrade and put some of the stuff on. I wouldn't mind adding the depth strider onto there as well. Make it a little bit faster going through the water. And then again, some of these I'm just keeping around because, again, Sweeping Edge 3, Infinity, Power 4, these are all extras I could add on if I ever had to, like remake the bow, things like that. And again, Feather Falling 4, simply because if you see, I actually have that on there now, but just in case for some reason I had to remake or redo it. So really, with the idea that I was going to have to look at doing something from a bubble lift or a water lift, what I'm going to really want to do is get a few supplies in place. I'm going to need at least, I figure I might grab a couple more buckets so I can get some water. So I'm going to need for doing that. There's a couple different ways we can do it. The simplest is actually going to be with soul sand, which I don't think I have. I'm going to take a quick look. Soul sand, or and then using with, you saw I did get kelp. I did a lot of running around. I did finally get through to some water and some ocean. I grabbed a small stack of kelp and got out of there as quick as I could. And the other thing I was able to do is there was jungle biome. I didn't get it on camera, but basically I grabbed myself a quick stack, or well, half a stack of bamboo, and I'm going to talk about building a bamboo farm. Today I might just throw some kelp or bamboo down and just bone meal and get a bunch of it, because we will need that. But the idea is that at some point I might do a redstone machine for the bamboo, maybe even one for the kelp, to do like a zero-tick machine, which will allow us to get a ton more of these. And the bamboo can actually replace coal for furnace fuel, things like that. So I might just really go crazy with the bamboo. The kelp one, you can do more with dried kelp, things like that. And again, it can be furnace fuel, but I probably don't need a whole lot of kelp. I'll probably use it more for making some bubble lifts, things like that. So bubble elevators. But I think really the big thing is it's going to be the bamboo. Because just doing even simply, you know, I'll just grab one to show you. If I go out, I can really just go out with a single piece of bamboo. Oh, I hear a spider. Where's that spider? Sorry, I got distracted. Something went hiss. They like to somehow hang out on my roof. And I'm hearing him, but I'm not seeing him. Oh, there he is. Ooh, they're all over. So what I'll probably do is I'll just show you real quick. Bamboo, if I just stick them on the ground, and bamboo, bone meal it, that's about all it takes. I'll leave one here just for fun. Smash it, second one above it, and you can see that one with just a couple clicks of bone meal, I'm up to 14. It takes nothing to grow bamboo. And where that comes in really handy is scaffolding. It's one of those things. It was new in there, and you can see that if you with one string and 6 bamboo, you can make a piece of scaffolding. And what scaffolding lets you really do is kind of build a way to get up and down on all your pieces in all your buildings and things like that onto the roofs, and to continue on building them. And look at that! I just noticed one of my trees finally grew in with a beehive. That is awesome. I've been purposely planting flowers next to my hives next to the saplings with the hope that as of 115.2, oaks and birches, I believe, if they have a flower within 2 blocks of the tree, will grow and give you a beehive. So that's definitely something I'm going to do. I'm going to come back and put a fire underneath here and harvest it and get myself some more honey, maybe some honeycomb. There's lots I can do with that. But as far as the bamboo goes, there you go. That's really what I wanted to show you with the bamboo. Now, for the just clear out some of the stuff I don't need real quick. For the bubble lift, I gotta go see if I have any soul sand. If I don't, I may have to make another run to the nether. I don't even know where I would have put it if I did. Other random stone. Nope. I got netherrack. If I remember right, I don't think we ever found any. Maybe I'll go take another quick peek around, because really all I need to do is get myself one single block. I don't believe there's any way you can craft soul sand. Soul sand, no, does not have a craftable recipe. I didn't think it did. I wasn't sure if some of the newer versions, if it had something that you could do that with. But what I'm going to do is just make maybe a fast run to the nether, use our beautiful new portal, and see what we can find. Like I said, all I really need to do is find myself a couple pieces of soul sand. I think that would make everything so much easier for me. I usually like to take a look around, make sure there's no bad guys around here, especially gas, just because they could be kind of annoying. But they are what they are. Okay, so let's see. I think I've gone most of these directions a little ways at least. Let's head over here and see if there's anything decent over here. If I don't see anything right away, I may cut away and do a quick run through an exploration. Tons more. Let's grab this while we're here. Yep, I'm not seeing any down there. Yeah, maybe worth going down through. And seeing what we can see down here. See if there's something maybe over here. But otherwise, really, if you've ever seen any of the video tutorials for a bubble elevator or bubble lift, really it's just a matter of having a simple spot where you can usually put kelp is the best thing to do. Basically, you put that down, and then you put soul sand at the bottom and kelp. We put kelp all the way up on the dirt, fill the whole shaft with water. That kelp, what that allows you to do is make the whole thing become a water source blocks. You can manually just fill the water source all the way down, and that will work. But I don't think we're interested in doing that at this point. I did bring enough buckets that if I have to, I could. But I think the intent was to hopefully not have to. Not looking good. Not looking good at all. So what I'm going to do is take 5 minutes here and do a bit of a cutaway, and we will come back when I have it. So, after running around for 20 minutes in the nether, I gave up. I quit. I did actually, and I didn't get it on camera. I did run across the what I guess I could call a nether fortress. There was a piece of nether fortress there that had to be the smallest one I've ever seen, and it had no blaze spawners. It had nothing in it, no chests, no anything. So I'm not even really going to worry about it. The only thing it did have going for it was the fact that it was 100%, not nearly 100% over lava, which, while dangerous, actually does mean that in the future it will be a great addition for us to be able to do a blaze spawner. But as you can see, I got a ton more quartz, and I did get 2 blaze rods, 2 blazes randomly spawned. But I actually got excited and thought maybe there's a spawner. There was not. It was just a random spawn, which, again, later I think that will actually come in very handy, because we will be able to use that area to build a blaze spawner farm. But what that will, just getting those 2 blaze rods, what that will let me do is something pretty nice, in that first thing I need to convert one of the, oh no, I think I need them both. I need to make a brewing stand. Not necessarily because I need to brew any potions right now, but what I really want it for, and I will probably brew some potions. Nighttime. Almost nighttime. I'm going to put this brewing stand down in the village and allow it to, for one of the new villagers to become a cleric. So I can actually start using all of that wonderful remains, the rotted flesh that we got from all the zombie spawner. I'm going to be able to start using that to trade to the villagers for emeralds. And at this point, I'm looking for any good resources for emeralds that I can find, because I still have to get a bunch of mending books from my my trader, and that will let me get those. I think the other thing it's going to allow me to do, I just heard the zombie villager groaning. There must be something underground here. I'll have to go take a look. Hopefully it's not in any of the houses. Nope, those are villagers. Good. And you can see the villagers obviously are thriving quite well, because there are iron golems all around. So I'm going to go ahead and throw down, let's just put it over here and see if we can get somebody to bind to it. That would be awesome. We got, like I said, new villagers coming in all the time. I should actually go take a peek and see how they're doing. How this I don't know if I had all the sides on it last time. It's still not pretty, or as pretty as I'd like it to be. But it's prettier. The backside is still cobblestone, but I didn't really care about the backside too much. At some point here in the very near future, my intent is to, wow, there are golems everywhere, is to really kind of seal in. Oh, great, a baby one. That's perfect. That's what I like to see. How many do we have in here? Let me go inside and look. Looks like there are, looks like a couple of them might have grown up. I'm going to have to go clean them out. Let me see, what did he want for the 34? Wow, that's a lot. But it's better than nothing. So hopefully one of those guys will convert soon. What I'm going to do here real quick is try to clean out the one villager that, there's too many villagers in here. What I'd like to do is clean one out. Ideally this one that has nothing. I don't want to kill him because that would be bad. The villagers would not like me, and they would start doing other things that would hurt me, and from price wise, things like that. What I'm going to want to try to do is push him towards the door. I will box him in a little bit, and then basically then I will open the door and let him out. Well, I guess I could. Stupid villagers. I was hoping to maybe catch a couple of them and block them out, and maybe just give him a tunnel. Stop pushing me. There, perfect. Now what I can do is open that and push him out. And if you notice, he immediately became the cleric that I needed. So that will be awesome. So clear up this real quick. Back to the 4. Every once in a while, this method of villager breeder, it doesn't force the villagers out any holes. So there are possibilities of them not sometimes falling out the hole. I don't think I brought any over with me, but I'm going to take a quick peek. I brought a few things over in these barrels. Some rotten flesh, but not enough. Not enough. Not enough. Okay. I might go running back to the house just so I can lock in that cleric and see what he's going to be able to do for me from a trader's perspective, because I really would like to lock him in and get that that process working. But I don't think we're going to be able to do the initial spawner that I wanted to do today, simply because I have not gotten soul sand. I did not. And again, in that nether fortress, there was no stairs even that had nether warts, nothing, and that usually is good for soul sand, but there was nothing there, so I was kind of out of luck. So I think what I'm going to end up having to do is either off camera do a massive exploration session of the nether, and then kind of come back in later. Well, I got enough I can trade a couple times, and then maybe come back in later. And build that in the next episode, but I think we'll be set a little bit better. What I will probably do today, though, like I said, is maybe do a few more trades, lock in a few of these guys, and go and maybe harvest some more in the zombie spawner for a while, get myself a little bit more XP, and hopefully be able to get enough levels, or not even levels, enough trades that I can go against the trader over here to get my emeralds and get him locked in. What was this guy wanting? Coal. I could do a few more coal. Coal with him. Simply because... Oh, did I just hear an arrow? Oh. I just wanted to double check. Oh god, they're all over up here. Oh, that one... I have to heal a little bit on some of them. I think that one was damaged. But there is golems everywhere. That is awesome. I'm actually going to see about building, maybe in the next episode too, a iron farm, because I think that is going to be definitely something that we're going to be able to use and going to need, is going to be that iron farm. There's my cleric. Look at it. He's sitting all nice and pretty over here. Look at that. We got a couple of trades with him. Lock him in. And the brewing stand. He loves to play with that brewing stand. But this is definitely going to be one that I like. And I'm going to take full advantage of him and get a bunch of emeralds, and probably see what he'll max out at. I'll probably make a run down and grab a bunch of that rotten flesh from down below. I'm going to run over here and see what my farmers, if any of them actually are wanting fish. String. Come on, guys. I got so many fish sitting over there. I was hoping one of these guys would actually be a good farmer that wanted, but nope. Armorer's apprentice, not really, nothing big about him. At this point, there's the cleric and the librarian are about the only two that I really care a whole lot about. But we'll see. They're still doing good. So I think I will probably call it at that for today. I think we're all caught up and got everything back where it needs to be. I think we'll, like I said, off camera, I will take a little bit of time to do up a bunch of trades, maybe see about getting a few more mending books onto myself and onto my guy, and they will maybe even see about possibly a run in through the nether. I think there's lots there, and possibly even try to figure out what we want to do from a securing the village perspective. Probably fence it around a little bit, torch the living bejesus out of it, just to kind of make it a little bit safer. I probably got a little bit of farming over here. I should probably check on my sheep and my cow. Crusher, see where that's all at, see how much I've got down there. But I think that will probably be enough for today. So with that, I am going to say thank you very much. I hope, like I said, it wasn't the most exciting of episodes. We ran into a few difficulties, but I do hope that you still enjoyed it and got caught up. And I will see you next time. Don't forget to, again, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're so inclined, even head out to the Patreon page. Again, that always helps me because I can do more with this. I would love to be able to do this even on a full-time basis and provide you guys a little bit more content. I do have the other series that I was running with Skyblock, which is also on a little bit of a hiatus. I think there was so many other people playing Skyblock that I thought maybe I'd just let it settle and try to focus my concentration on this one for right now. So I'm hoping to put a little bit more episodes out, a few more episodes out on a regular basis. Maybe even a couple a week. So until the next time, though, again, this is PapaPC saying thank you very much and have a wonderful day.